Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So I watched the last two videos that I uploaded because I didn't want to repeat that information or those concepts here. And oh my goodness, I was like, those videos are so powerful. How am I going to create another video that is as powerful, that is as strong, and that I will be able to how am I going to match that, let alone top that? And I got very nervous about shooting this video. I was like, I don't know what to say that's that powerful and that's good. So I wrote down what I'm going to say, but like those videos, they just came naturally. I didn't have to write any notes, I didn't have to do anything. They were just ideas in my head and they just flowed out and they were so perfect. Right now, I have everything written down and I'm very nervous because it's not flowing out. So, anyways, I think I've come up with something very, very powerful, which is very powerful for me, and I just hope I'm able to um, bring it out. And as see, I wasn't doing all of these and all of that yesterday and day before. Right now I am, and because I'm a little bit nervous, but that's okay. That's another thing. It's okay that I'm feeling nervous. It's okay that I'm feeling intimidated by myself. It's okay that I am coming up with things that I'm loving to watch myself again and that I want to improve, and all of that is fine. I'll keep doing this and I'll keep practicing and I'll keep being okay. Okay, so this video is about feeling victim and how to shift out of that. Ooh, okay. Um, so I'm going to use my situation. I've been in personal growth for about 7 years. Intensely, like I have gone to so many courses, online courses, seminars, conferences. I've spent enormous amounts of money on personal growth, and many times I'm like, I haven't fixed anything in my life. Things are still similar. I still have the similar stresses, I still have similar problems. I haven't, I haven't figured out all of my health issues. I haven't even been able to sleep better. Like, I haven't been able to fix my emotions and my emotional self so that I can sleep better. I haven't been able to suddenly, not suddenly or whatever, over time, over the last 7 years, figured out my finances and had, like, I've not been able to do any of that. So there is something wrong with me. What is wrong with me? I need to fix myself. I need to fix whatever is wrong with me because I am broken. I've spoken about that in the last few videos as well. I feel broken, like I have felt broken, and I felt that I'm emotionally weak. I can't do things, and that's because of this. But then what I realized is I'm not the only person. First of all, most people around me feel that way. That they're broken. Not everybody, of course, but many people feel that way. That they're broken. They need to be fixed. And if they go into personal growth, it's because they feel like they need to fix something in themselves. So how do I handle that? And I mean, let's say there is somebody in this situation who needs to pay the bills, and they're having similar situation. I need to pay the bills. What do I do? Like, they might be going through that. Like, do I stop working? Do I just trust? Do I surrender? So I talked about that. We surrender in action. We do not surrender in action. We surrender in results. That's 2 videos ago I talked about that. So yeah, we do continue to act, but okay, so who you are when you're acting is more important than what you do. This is something I learned yesterday that's intensely powerful. Like, I mean, seriously, it's intensely powerful. Pay attention. Who you are when you do something is more important than what you do. So when I want to, let's say, figure out an online business or something and I want to make money, if I am feeling that nothing works for me and that nothing is ever going to work for me, and I'm doing this thing from that space of nothing works for me, that's who I am in that moment. Nothing works for me. That thought is driving my action. So I might do the same exact action with that thought versus the thought of um, what I am doing right now is amazing. It is a miracle that I'm able to do it. And I'm so grateful to God. Yeah, you bring your humility into it, but you move out of the mode of ignorance, the tamaguna, to mode of goodness. There are, these are the differences. So keeping yourself small because I can't do anything, nothing ever works for me, is tamoguna. It is mode of ignorance. It is not humility. But moving to this place of I can do it, right? I know how, I know that I can figure it out. I may not know how to do it right now, but I know how I can figure this out. And thank you, God, for giving me the intelligence, the strength, or whatever. Every single good thing in me is coming from God. So thanking God, like, thank you for giving me all of these gifts so that I can do them. And I can do them in your service. I can do them because it will help. It will help the people, that it will help other people. And you love people. You love everyone. And by helping other people, I'm helping you because I'm helping you give love to them. So that's the mood in which you can pray. I mean, that in which I like to pray, or whatever your mood is. So yeah, so you shift out of that. So the idea is to shift. So who you are when you do something is more important than what you do. The action might be the exact same. I might go online and create a landing page or create whatever I'm doing. But when I'm creating that page, what is the identity? What is the limiting? What is the belief? Not limiting. Is it a limiting belief or is it a positive belief? What is the belief that I'm doing this? What it will change everything. It will change the whole thing. So, what is more important is your mindset. That's something that Napoleon Hill also talks about, right? Many people say that. Some people give different numbers, but I mean, many people would say 95% or 99% of what you do is your mindset. Your mindset is more important than the action that you do. The action is important. Of course, the action is important, but your mindset is more important. Much, 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 much more important. Some people will give different numbers. Everyone gives different numbers, 70%, 80%, whatever. I believe it's probably 99%. It's huge. And I've started to see that also. Yeah. Okay. So now let's say there is this person who's saying, how do I pay the bills next month? And what do I do? And they're freaking out. And it's been 10 years of personal growth work and I've done so much and I love it. Yes, I absolutely love it, but I've not fixed myself. So okay, so the way to handle that would be to change your mindset to understand that you are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are okay. You are perfect. You are a perfect soul. The only thing that you need to do is figure out, I have not yet figured this out. So you can change your mindset from saying, I am broken, to I have not yet figured it out. So the question is, if I've not yet figured it out, what do I do next? It does not matter how long it takes. It does not matter whether it takes 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. There are so many stories of people who have made it big after the age of 60 or 70 or whatever, right? There are so many stories like that. It does not matter. Age does not matter. How much time we go through, so many lifetimes of all of these things, that the coverings that have covered our soul, that it takes time. These few years, few decades is nothing. It's like a blip in the grand scheme of things in our lives, and it depends on how deep those things are and how much we are able to work through. Even the strength to work through all of these things is given by God. Okay, so we shift from I am broken to I can do this. Have I ever done difficult things in my life? I've brought up this example in the last few videos of mine. Have I ever done anything difficult in my life? If the answer is yes, if have I ever been strong in my life? If the answer is yes, then I can do difficult things, right? So I can do it, and I'm going to give everything I've got to do this. So um, to shift out of I've not been able to do it, therefore I will not be able to do it, to I can do this, and what do I need to do next? That is huge. It is not a small thing, it is huge. It is very, very powerful. Also, um, then you when you start to do this, then you stop. Like, for those of us, I have a fear of abandonment. I'm a people pleaser. I was a people pleaser. I'm refusing to use that identity anymore with me. I'm shifting out of that. That's no longer true for me. But yes, I had a huge fear of abandonment. I used to be a people pleaser, and I was always seeking validation from other people. What does that mean? It means that I wanted other people to look at me and say, oh, she's good. So the thoughts in my mind that used to keep happening, that used to keep popping up all the time, were this, like, does this person like me? I'd be thinking about a scenario, I'd be thinking about something that I did well, and I'd be like, okay, does this person like me? I would have some one person, two people, whatever, that in my mind. And some, like, pretty much everyone, if somebody didn't like me, I'd be like, yeah, I would be okay for the most part, but it would throw me off for a little bit at least. But at least that one or two people, I would be like, oh, I need them to like me. And so that, when you start to give yourself that validation, no, I am good. Now, different people have different things. Some people like to use the name. They're like, D, that's my name, so D, you are good. And they like to talk to themselves as an inner child. But different people have different ways that work for them. Whatever way works for you. For me, it works to say, I am good. I have been able to do this. I am going to be able to do this. And whatever I'm doing right now, it is important. It is very, very important. I don't have to say I'm the best person, the most intelligent person in the world. Like, no, that's not true. And it doesn't help either. It just feels fake, and it's not what is needed. It's what is needed is that what I can do difficult things. I am going to try to do this. I will see what happens. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know that I'm going to heal this or figure that out or whatever, but I can do it. I can heal. I can figure this out. Whether I will or not, does I don't know, but I can do it. So I will try. I will do it. I will put whatever effort I have, and what I'm doing is important, and I have been able to do amazing things in my life, thanks to God. I have been able to do amazing things in my life, and perhaps maybe I will be able to do this as well. And that will be amazing if I'm able to do it. And if I'm not able to do this, God will give me the path to do something else that is good also. But what I'm doing is important. And the next thing is, make those things big. So don't just say, oh, I don't like these affirmations things, right? I am amazing, that kind of thing. That doesn't really work. It's just, for me, what works, what is truer is, I can do this, and what I'm doing is important. And I might not even know right now how important it is, right? But I feel it. I feel that this is important. I feel this is important for me. And when I am okay, when I'm healed, I will be able to help other people. So I feel this is important. I feel this is very important. And then make it big. Like, very important means, think of, like, the when you see a seed, what do you see? Do you see a seed? When you see an oak seed, do you see just the seed, or do you see the tree? Do you see the tree, or do you see an entire forest? Do you see the forest, or do you see an entire city built on that based on that forest? So you can see big. You can see one seed and then see big, right? You can have a huge vision. So have a huge vision for yourself also. I can do this, and if I do this, I can do this, and if I do this, I can do this, right? So yeah, make it big so that you feel motivated about yourself also. But not make it big as in, I am the best person, I'm amazing, or that kind of stuff. Make it big as in, this can lead to big things. This can lead to huge things. And many things that I have done have led to big things within my life, within other people's lives, whatever. When I change, I'm not the only one that's changing. When I'm growing, I'm not the only one that's growing, because people around me are watching me grow. I'm sharing my learnings with other people on these YouTube videos, plus my in-person friends also. I'm sharing my learnings with them. So I'm not the only one changing. I'm not the only one growing. They're also growing. So what I'm doing is important. The growth that I'm working towards is important. Okay, now, is it easy to switch this thought? Like, when there is this intense thing, like, nothing is working for me, nothing, this is so bad, this is so difficult. Is it easy to switch the thoughts then? No, because the mind just holds on. It's like, oh, it's so difficult. It's harder. It's harder than everything. It's harder than running a half marathon. It's harder than facing health issues. It's so difficult to control the mind. So difficult to control the mind and switch the mind. But is it worth it? Absolutely. So when you find yourself going to this mode, like, I don't know what to do, nothing works for me, I can't change, I can't do this, I can't do that, just keep yourself switching that. I can do it. And even if it doesn't feel like in that moment, it's like, but I can't. And you just tell yourself, I can. I have done it. But I can't. No, I can. So it's a war within yourself, but it's a mindset war, and the more you do it, the more you practice it, the more you will be able. And sometimes the victim part may win, and that's okay. In that moment you can say, okay, right now this is too difficult for me, but when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to sleep right now, I'm going to watch a movie, maybe I'm just going to watch a movie, and I'm going to let my victim mind play, like let it be. I can't deal with it right now, it's too strong for me, the amount of willpower I require is too much. But in the morning I'm not going to let it win. In the morning I'm going to have had sleep, I'm going to have had energy, and in the morning I'm going to bring myself back. So yeah, that's perfectly fine too. But then you're choosing that, and you're not feeling bad about feeling bad. That's the most important thing. Then you're like, okay, I'm feeling bad right now. I'm feeling victimy right now, and I don't know what to do. Like I don't have the strength to do it, and I don't want to use all of my willpower right now to do it. And that's okay. I'm going to give myself the time. So you're not feeling bad about feeling bad. You're giving yourself permission to feel bad, and deciding that in the morning you're going to switch your mind around again, and you're going to say, what I'm doing is important. I am important. I matter. What I'm doing is important. Okay. That's all for this video. I hope that helped. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots and lots of breakthroughs and realizations and growth. Radhe Radhe.